Every morning, as a horizon blushes with a dawn, I find myself at the ocean's edge, my gaze locked on the unfolding hues of sunrise. Here, beneath the vast, ever-changing skies, I learned one of my life's greatest lessons. We can either be prisoners of our past or architects of our future. It was here, not long ago, that the weight of my history felt unbearable. Each wave that crashed onto the shore echoed the grief and failures that seemed to define my life. I had lost my way, entangled in regrets that spanned years, ruined relationships, missed opportunities, and dreams unchased. Like a ship adrift, I was directionless, powerless against the tidal pull of despair. Then one morning, something shifted. I arrived at the beach as the first light crept across the sandy horizon, much like I did every day. But this time, I noticed an old man with hair as white as the sea foam. He was building something, a massive structure made of driftwood, shells, and washed-up treasures of the sea. Curiosity piqued, I approached him, my heart thumping with an unexplained urgency. "Good morning," I said, mustering as much cheer as I could. "What are you building?" He looked up with eyes that held the depth of the ocean. "I'm building a beacon," he replied with a serene smile, "for ships that lost their way, much like I did once upon a time. It helped." Building this, I mean, more than his words, it was his peaceful demeanor that struck me. He chuckled, a sound as soft as the waves lapping at our feet. "Oh, yes, you see," he began, placing another piece of driftwood onto his towering creation. "Every day we have a choice. We can look at all the scattered pieces of our lives, the broken fragments, and see them as wreckage. Or we can gather them up and build something beautiful, something that guides others." His hands, weathered and wise, moved with purpose as he spoke, each movement a testament to years of learning how to rebuild. His sculpture, chaotic yet strangely beautiful, was proof of his transformed perspective. "You can't change the storms that life sends your way," he continued, "but you can choose how you build your shores." His words struck a chord within me. Until that moment, I had been viewing my past as debris, detritus that shackled me to sorrow and regret. But what if I could gather these worn pieces, these experiences, and construct something new? What if my trials weren't just the end of something, but the beginning of something else? From that day forward, I started building my own beacon. Not of driftwood, but of dreams, dreams I thought I had lost to the depths. I began to write, a little at first, then in torrents. Stories, reflections, lessons learned, all poured out onto paper, my pen fueled by newfound purpose. With each word, I felt lighter, freer. Writing didn't erase my past. It transformed it into something meaningful, a guide for others who might be struggling as I had. I published my thoughts and stories, and messages began to flow in from around the world. People who found comfort and courage in my words, who saw my transformed pain as a lighthouse in their own foggy nights. Eventually, my writings filled a book, a tangible beacon that could extend further than I could ever reach on my own. Holding it in my hands, I realized I had turned my deepest despairs into something that not only held me afloat, but could buoy others as well. And as I stand here today, with the ocean's vastness before me and the sky stretching into infinity above, I am reminded of the endless possibilities that await on the crest of every breaking wave. The past no longer binds me. It drives me forward, an ever-present reminder that from great depths can come great heights. So, to you who might be standing amidst your broken pieces, wondering if the dawn will ever greet you again, remember, the most profound beacons are often built from the wreckages of our past. What will you build with the pieces you hold? Are you ready to turn your trials into a lighthouse for the world?